In the UFC's history, no fighter has ever been champion of two weight divisions at the same time. Just 11 months ago, Conor McGregor ended the decade-long unbeaten run of the great Jose Aldo and seized the featherweight belt. On November 12th, he will look to add the lightweight world title to his collection and make an indelible mark on the annals of combat sports.
I'm always looking to make history every single day, and here we are again, more history. I look forward to that, strapping the belt on the other shoulder.
Long lost, but I have found.
Training camp for UFC 205 is back in Dublin under the guidance of John Kavanagh, McGregor's first and only head coach. And though they sit together at the top of the mixed martial arts universe, attention is still paid to every minute detail. There is always room for improvement.
We kind of treat MMA sparring day as though it's like fight day. Really try to get that atmosphere. You know, you don't meet your opponent before the fight and shake hands and chat, you know, it's a fight. We walk in and they go to their corners as though it's a fight, you know, I'm like the referee in the middle. We turn down the music and it can kind of be a little bit eerily silent. Go.
This is child's play indeed. Realization of wants, hopes, and dreams. Good intentions tangled with vines, thorns, and weeds. Racing through a thicket that blinds, rapes, and bleeds.
It's trying to make the uncomfortable comfortable. So when you do come to fight day, it's not that big a shock to your system.
What Conor McGregor is attempting is unprecedented at the UFC level, but he has held two titles simultaneously before on the European circuit.
Declared he is now the first Irish-born fighter in MMA history to win a world title in his hometown. Your winner by KO victory, and now a two-division world champion, the notorious.
What would it have taken to stop you? Was it possible?
Not possible, no. I'm unstoppable.
Unstoppable in competition and unrelenting in mindset, McGregor set his sights on another, more impossible feat. 4 months later, he vacated the European featherweight and lightweight titles, signed with the UFC, and made his aspirations known.
I look to replicate it, and I said it from the bell. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get them two belts, take out two divisions, and continue doing what I'm doing.
But McGregor's pursuit for that second belt has been met with a great deal of criticism. Fighters have claimed that his presence in multiple divisions, 145, 170, and now 155, would create a logjam of contenders.
What the f are you talking about? I fight every week. I'm the most active fighter in the game, in all weight divisions, and I fight at all weight divisions. Of course I can take the two belts, I can defend them simultaneously.
Who was going out there time and time again, back to back to back to back, putting it all on the line and continuing to show up?
Unbelievable! The first punch he threw slept him.
They all say I'm all talk. I look at them and say they're all talk.
What he's been able to do in such a short period of time has been nothing short of magnificent.
All I hear is complaining, bitching, and moaning. You want what I got, you gotta put in the work. And as far as I'm seeing, nobody's putting in the work.
If anyone can do it, it's me.
Conor McGregor has never fought anyone like me. It'll be high paced and it'll be violent. He probably isn't gonna want to be in there after a set amount of time. He'll be thinking about wanting to be somewhere else, not inside of the cage with me.
Alvarez, 14 years into the career, is the undisputed #1 lightweight in the world.
It took just 2 years for Eddie Alvarez to become UFC champion after joining the roster in 2014.
Throw hands, in on a shot, throw hands.
He is now undoubtedly the best lightweight fighter in the world.
Nice, Eddie.
Something he's been trying to prove for more than a decade.
Any guy outside the UFC who considered himself the best, that's who I was trying to go after. And I did that for years, and I traveled the world doing that.
Nice knee, another left and right knee, and now he begins to unload. Roxy Bennett's in trouble, and Alvarez electrifies the...
And as soon as Alvarez signed his first UFC contract, nothing changed.
From the fighting city of Philadelphia, a champion in multiple organizations.
He sought out fights with former champs and defeated them one after the other.
Oh, beautiful spinning elbow. Look at the blood now on the face of Melendez. That's nasty. Strong one by Alvarez. Alvarez exhausting the former champion.
I want the champion next. Give me the champion.
The UFC obliged, and Alvarez received a shot at then 155-pound king, Rafael Dos Anjos.
You see, Alvarez has won 4 titles outside the UFC. He's competed all over the world. Tonight, biggest challenge of his career.
Despite his outside accomplishments, Alvarez entered the fight an underdog. The prevailing notion being he hadn't yet proved himself in the big show.
Yeah, there was a lot of skeptics, a lot of people who believed, you know, I was outmatched, I was outgunned.
Oh! He's huge right hand for Alvarez! Dos Anjos in trouble! Eddie Alvarez pulling it on! A beautiful uppercut, he's letting it fly!
But there was no one on earth who convinced me that I couldn't win the lightweight world championship. No one.
Herb Dean's gonna step in! Eddie Alvarez is the UFC lightweight champion!
This castle steel over everything.
And new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world.
But now that he's completed his day one aspirations, Alvarez, once a young kid from the streets of Philadelphia, has not changed his mindset.
The goal has always been to beat the guy in front of me. I never talked about how much money or legacy. You're not gonna see me driving around in fancy cars and buying jewelry and doing stupid like that. That's not what I'm here for. I hope I beat the out of this guy and then I go home.
Back in the 1990s, the Ultimate Fighting Championship was more spectacle than sport.
This is real, it's live, it's brutal.
There were no weight classes, and the original owners were overly aggressive in their marketing.
And again, as usual, there will be no rules.
And in 1997, Governor George Pataki signed a bill to ban so-called no-holds-barred fighting in the state of New York. Other states followed, until the UFC began to fight back.
Welcome to what is truly a justifiably historic night for Ultimate Fighting.
They moved towards government regulation. And then the floodgates opened.
Under the bright lights of Hollywood, in the state capital of Ohio, the Octagon has traveled to the fighting city of Philadelphia.
There were a lot of misconceptions about the sport when we bought the company. And our job over the last 10 years has been to crush all those misconceptions and go in and educate people.
But despite major progress, mixed martial arts was still kept out of the biggest market in the U.S.
Yes, it's being done elsewhere in other venues. But that doesn't mean we have to do it in New York.
The bottom line is this: the most powerful politician in this state is keeping us out of New York.
For 6 straight years, New York State Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver kept the MMA bill from hitting the floor for a vote. In 2015, he was found guilty on 7 federal charges of corruption. And on April 14, 2016, finally, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill legalizing MMA in the state of New York.
It's great for the sport. It's great for the state. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it well. That's how we do things here in New York. Thank you.
It's been a long time coming. To finally be here and to know that I'm going to be able to fight here is an amazing feeling.
I think any athlete would want to fight in Madison Square Garden. There's so much history here that it's a real honor to be included in that history.
On September 27th, the UFC held its first press conference at Madison Square Garden to announce November's main event between Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez. It was time for round one.
I feel Eddie, I've nothing against. Careful, be careful. I've nothing against Edward. Oh, whoa, careful. What you gonna do? Oh, whoa. You gonna do something over there? Be careful. Shoot your out.
He just has a belt. That's it. He just got lucky. He happens to be the one holding that strap.
I won this whole. I'm Mystic Mac predicts I'm gonna KO you inside one round.
It's hard for me to look a man in the face and have him tell me he's gonna knock me out and even have an ounce of belief in that.
What did you think
Take
about
them stupid ass glasses off. Yeah, make me. Thank you, you took them off.
Usually when I'm in a stare down with another fighter, another guy, my heart rate goes up, I feel something. I never felt less threatened in my career than when I faced off with Conor.
Give him the little boy belt. Give him that little boy belt. Give him that little boy belt.
Whatever, in reality, he's the smaller man. Smaller reach, smaller height. My fist is bigger than his head. So he can say whatever he wants about the little boy belt. But it's the big boy bank that I have.
It's like a jab, it's like a touch.
Opponents must be studied, dissected. Detail is key to success in any fight, but at this level, it is a necessity.
I think he loves this right here. Loves that thing. Does that a lot too. You follow what I'm saying?
Just ask Mark Henry.
Especially this.
The head trainer of former champion Frankie Edgar.
Bring your head in one way and then change your head on a different angle. That's all you have to do.
Who has recently taken Eddie Alvarez under his wing.
Don't wait in front after you're done throwing.
Henry has coached in historic fights against legends. Men like Jose Aldo and BJ Penn.
Damn, yeah, that's it. That's what I want right there. Everyone.
And ahead of UFC 205, he thinks it's a bit too soon to put McGregor in that category.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, keep it loose.
Yeah, people talk about Conor and his greatness. I really don't see it.
Honestly, could care less about Conor, you know. In fact, I think we have 4 guys that could beat Conor. It's not even worth, even thinking about it because he's just a clown.
McGregor's pride is no doubt one of his strongest qualities, and he was astonished by Henry's brazen and very public disrespect.
He just kept opening his mouth. You know what I mean? He just kept opening his mouth. It's like, who the is this fat bitch? Does he fight? Does he want to fight? Because if you're talking like that, you better be ready to fight.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm with Mark Henry now, and since I've been with Mark, I've been growing a bunch.
He's a double jab right hand pad man. That's all he is. Double jab right hand. He's nothing. These people are novices where we come from. You know what I mean? Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners.
Relax, yeah.
They're focusing on me. I'm focusing on history.
UFC 205 is almost upon us. At New York City's famed Madison Square Garden, the lightweight and featherweight champions will clash in a bout for the ages. And for Conor McGregor, it is a chance to transform ambition into reality.
There's 2 sides to every story, but I don't know how this one is.
We're gonna get some historic images, and I'm looking forward to strapping the belt on the other shoulder.
You want fire and you want glory, but there's a struggle that lies within.
A very strong argument that
he is as special as he says he is.
Eddie Alvarez has finally validated his career, becoming the sport's greatest lightweight fighter. But McGregor's fan base has been quick to disparage his accomplishments, and Alvarez must prove his worth again, perhaps now more than ever.
I got a text from the guy from One Direction telling me, God bless you, as if this guy knows anything about fighting. That's what I'm dealing with. They're the kind of fans I'm dealing with, his fans. I'm super excited about upsetting every single one of them.
Whose side are you on?
Don't bring your dog out of me!
You can say all you want. It's gonna sell tickets, you're gonna make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, when you come up against a dog who's willing to die in there, you're gonna lose.
You've got to be bigger, taller. You've got to have weight. That's the only way you're going to give me a war. If you're anyway same height, same weight, same reach, you're dead. You're not going to last.
Oh, he's hurt! That's it!
My fist is just going to break his whole face, and that's it.
Whose side are you on?
Surprise, surprise! The king is back! One of those shots are going to dig into that soft, sweet spot into the temple, and that's all she wrote. Two-weight world champion, UFC history. I love New York.
The illusion of greatness will soon be over. There is no Santa Claus. He don't exist, and he never did.